Good evening, y'all. So I got this message probably about a week and some days ago, maybe, and it's still ringing in my spirit. So somebody is in secret competition with you. I believe some of this word is for me too, but it's for y'all. It's for somebody else too. It's for some other people as well. I know one thing about competition is that I don't feel that it should be directed in forms of other people's lives and what they get first and how they doing things, because everything not for everybody. And when you compete with certain people's lives, you're literally competing with God's will. So that's one of the reasons why I don't feel like we should compete as far as lifestyles go, because what could be in God's will for somebody else's life may not be in the will for your life. And then that leads to you being disappointed and feeling like you're not good enough, leading to you feeling like, well, you're not a great person, and you're not talented, and you don't have what this other person has. It's the small things that God gives us that he expects us to work with. He gives us a small thing. That small thing that he gives us, we can turn it into something huge, which is why we should tap into our creativity, okay? Creativity, endurance, and all of that. But only way that we should be competing is in sports, if you're playing board games, cards, and things like that. And I wouldn't even let that go too far. Whenever somebody is secretly competing with you, they may start acting or taking some of the things that you do, and they will copy you. They will copy some of the things that you say, and they will try to put their own little spin on it in order to try to make it better. And they don't just do it once or twice, they do it a bunch of times. They do it a lot. And to me, that sounds exhausting. Only person I want to compete with is me. I'm not in competition with nobody, not even not on YouTube, not in my real life, not none of that. I compete with Nikisha because I want to see what can Nikisha do better than she did yesterday. You know, what other people got going on is really none of my business. Not like that, it ain't, unless God tells me to give somebody a word or something like that. Or if they're talking to me and expect me to give them some form of direction or advice on, or my outlook on which way that they probably should go, then I'll do that. But competing with people is not something that I'm interested in doing. But you have so many people that do this, and honestly, it sounds exhausting, because a lot of people don't know they're competing against God's will. There are people who are meant to be in certain places, and that's because of God's will or whatever that may be running through their bloodline. You may have some things that you have to clean up in your bloodline, and you may have some other types of generational curses to break. And that's the reason why you're not in this certain space yet. And I feel like competition in that way harbors jealousy, guys. So that's one of the reasons I don't do that too. Because I don't want to harbor any type of ill feelings towards somebody for no reason at all. Um, Honestly, I don't feel like women should compete against one another either. I don't think that we should be doing that. Not unless we playing tennis or playing basketball or playing baseball or something like that. Or some type of game where there is it's some type of competitive sport or some type of competitive thing. But other than that, lifestyles, there should not be any comparison, y'all. Secret competition, like I said, it harbors jealousy. Men, on the other hand, I feel like only men should compete in the forms of like competing for resources. That's the only way I feel like men should compete in a certain way. But women, I feel like women should just be doing what they do and doing what we know how to do and going on. Because when you start becoming jealous of a person, it can turn into envy, and then you'll soon be ready to take in a bunch of demonic spirits because of you competing with people when you don't have to. It's literally no comparison. Nobody else is like you. You're your own individual person with your own individual map, okay? certain ways that I do things may not be a way that will help you. Just like if you doing something, it may not work for me because of how I'm set up. But if you set up a certain kind of way and I try to do it like you, I may not do it the right way. So I have to do it my way. Now, taking pointers from people, that's fine. But as soon as you go to trying to doing everything just like that person doing, that's where you messing up at. Okay. So you want to do things in your way, in the way that God leads your individual spirit to do it. Because it's just not going to work if you try to do everything exactly how everybody else do it. How one person do something is not how everybody should do it. Just because it helped them and it boosted them, it may not do the same thing for you. You'll have to do it differently or try another route. So, competition, that ain't it. That's not it. But anyway, I hope that this helps somebody. I love you guys. Take care. Bye.